Welcome to the Crypto Astro channel. Today we're going to be talking about SUI. And as you can see, SUI is at 207 right now. It might be at a different price when you're watching this. Things are very volatile. But if you look at this, it just got a rejection off of this 50-day moving average, this red line right here. And this red line is crossed down below the 200-day moving average and the 21 SMA, known as a death cross. And that has been concerning, so that has brought further downside. As I predicted in previous Bitcoin videos, I was looking at this Bitcoin death cross incoming, and I warned y'all weeks before this death cross that we could have further downside, and we got that. We got it down to 74,500, and then SUI got all the way down to 171, and so we got that death cross. Historically, that can bring further downside. So we look at the death cross back here in May 25th of last year. We got massive downside there before it recovered. And then, so we look at SUI hitting up on the red line as resistance 1 time, 2 times, 3 times it broke through. And then got some volatility, used that red line as support, and then shot back up. So that's kind of what we want to see. But we first got to get out of the woods, because if we see something kind of like we saw with Solana, I mean, if we go to the previous bull run and bear market, death crosses right here can mark the official bear market. And if we head through the red line but then hit the close to the blue line, the 200-day moving average, as resistance, and that can be really meaning that the bear market is on. So another thing with SUI is that if we look at the astrology, so that's what we do on this channel. With the birthday May 3rd, 2023, we take a look at Saturn here. And it's really interesting that SUI and Solana are getting a major Saturn conjunction this month. All right, so if we look at Saturn's at 26 degrees, Neptune, the SUI Neptune's at 26 degrees. So if we get the exact conjunction, we look at the 26 degrees and the smaller number, 43. Well, basically we want to get around 48. That's close enough. We're getting an exact conjunction on April 21st, Southeast Asia time, April 20th, American time. And typically Saturn can bring major contractions, tough lessons in reality. Neptune can bring major confusion, delusions. Markets typically don't like that. So that is very bearish transit right there. Happening April 21st. For Solana, it's happening April 18th. So that's within 3 days of one another. We're getting negative transits on two of the top altcoins historically for the last couple of years, Solana and SUI. So that's pretty bearish for altcoins. And yeah, the fact that we're getting that death cross as well with Solana and SUI and Bitcoin just makes it even more bearish, or just confirms that we could be having more downside here. Now, the one thing that could save the day is this lovely bright yellow line here, the global liquidity offset 108 days. On May 1st, it starts to get a major uptick. And this goes for months and months. This goes all the way out to August 2nd. And for those who haven't learned much about this global liquidity line, if you offset at 108 days, most of the charts are following it very closely. So if we see we get this major uptick here, Solana got a huge breakout even before it, front running it. But then by October 14th, the global liquidity line went all the way up to a peak, and then Solana already peaked out, or pretty close to this peak here. Or sorry, SUI did, and well, also Solana as well. And then once we started falling down, then we got that death cross, and SUI was just falling off a cliff. All right. So in the best case scenario, the most bullish scenario, May 1st, we could get a major upswing in the crypto markets with SUI, and we could be off to the races once again. Best case scenario, but worst case scenario is we could be in a bear market with this death cross. Worst case. It's really, really tricky to say which one. We got so much volatility with the Trump tariffs, so much just unknown. Just crazy world events happening. The astrology is crazy. It's very difficult. But I would say if we head down in the next week below $2 again, maybe we head down to 170 again. Maybe we get a higher low is possible. Maybe we get a lower low. But it could be, you know, something like this. I will likely buy that opportunity because likely after that, I mean, even in the worst case scenario, I think we'll still get a bounce. We could even get a bounce, you know, up to like $3. Worst case scenario is then that's the bear market and we just head down. Best case scenario is we just continue heading up to the moon. All right, so what we could do is we could either, you know, sell on this dead cat bounce right here, or we just continue to hold as we continue on the way up. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. Definitely subscribe to this channel so you can get updates on what I will be doing in those scenarios. If we do get this, if this plays out, what I will be doing right here. Should I, you know, and if you're holding, should we just continue holding or make an executive decision to take profits or something along those lines? But you got to make your own decisions. I'm not a financial advisor. I mean, the main thing that gets me excited is this global liquidity line here going all the way up to the moon. But like I said, we gotta keep our eyes open on the and keep our watch these charts very closely to see what's going to happen. See if we get that confirmation if we are going to be heading up in May or if we're going to continue falling down. Okay, thanks everybody for tuning in. Definitely click that subscribe button if you want to get more epic updates using astrology to get the ultimate edge on these crazy, volatile, unpredictable markets. So stay tuned, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.